Sanchez, yeah? Just news breaking here. Look at these graphs from Boris after his team have been on the fucking piss watching England rugby. Well, they've got all of October in at the moment. That makes a change. Yes, they have.
Southeast they haven't at the bottom.
Southend, no, they haven't got it in. Look, they've missed it there. And you got it there. These professional people, they get paid 80,000 or more to do a graph. And look at the state of it. Fucking, I think they've all been on the piss with Boris. Backwards. Let's have a look at the next graph. Stay with me at the moment. Oh, wait on. Here's Boris. He's looking.
Thank you.
No.
Can I have the first slide, please?
No.
So just to recap, at the moment, these are three different.
We can't get October in again.
Studies all the consensus
Look,
groups.
look, they missed the fucking 8 out. 86, 300, 500, and 800 what? They missed the 2 of fucking there. They missed the. These are professional morons we're listening to. Live. And these people are telling us what to do with our lives. Fuck me, the virus.
Like a game of Sega tennis.
What an asshole. What do you make out of this, Boris? I can make a hat, I can make a plane. Woo! Look, fucking. Look, they can't even get the fucking dates in. Who are these people that are doing these fucking graphs? What the fuck is going on? Boris, 2.5 hours later after his speech. Big? Where? You give him big, you can get on the bloody screen, mate.
The modelling group asked a number of academic groups to create scenarios as to what might happen on assumptions that R stays above 1 and goes between 1.3, 1.5 and possibly up over the course of the winter. And the next slide shows the early
Oh, fucking hell. Looks like a jellyfish. Blip, 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 blip.
groups looking at
It's a fucking monster.
in England over the winter period. So this is early work scenarios looking at this on the assumptions of R, different groups, and as you can say, different groups come up with different answers depending on the answers.
That's you.
It's clear for all of them.
Nice.
In terms of deaths over the winter,
Death, I look like fucking death warmed up, yeah.
for this to be twice as bad or more in terms of the first wave compared to the first wave. So the models are clearly showing
Jellyfish. Blip, blip, blip,
this
blip,
could
blip,
be
blip.
the case in these scenarios that presented.
I seen a fucking 5-year-old do better.
To move though from scenarios to now looking at the 6-week projections, which are more based on data now and have greater certainty than you can ever
Oh,
get
fuck.
when you're
Sorry, you can just knock it off there.
This
That's 6
shows
weeks.
the hospital daily admissions. You can see the first peak on the left-hand side, and then over to the right-hand side, you come up to date today, and then the projections forward over the next 6 weeks. And this is a consensus view across a number of modelling groups. And what you can see here is a projection that over the next 6 weeks into early December, the numbers exceed the numbers of hospitalisations in the first wave peak. And as Chris has already said, in some hospitals you see that already, but this suggests across the country as a whole we would see this. Some hospitals earlier than others, some a bit later, but this is the projection in terms of hospital admissions over the next 6 weeks, with the uncertainties in the shaded blue area. Next slide, please.
Don't fuck it up.
Inevitably, hospitalisation.
Oh, it's the same fucking thing.
Unfortunately, to deaths in some people.
I've already changed it.
Again, you can see the first wave on the left-hand side.
This one's on for
The
death.
dotted line indicates the top of the
Oh, I thought you said wave.
And on the right-hand side, you can see the projection from today going forward.
It's a big fucking blue shark.
And again, the light blue indicates the uncertainty rate.
Sharknado.
But what you can see is the model suggests increasing, the models, this is a consensus across models, suggest increasing deaths over the next 6 weeks. So that by the beginning of December, the 8th of December, this is very close
Not
to
the 9th of December.
if nothing is done. Now clearly if you stop the R from increasing, if you allow the R
In the name of
our
people one.
But on the current trajectory, that is what is thought to be the prediction for deaths over the next 6 weeks, and of course that would continue to go up because the hospitalisations
Who's
have
doing
already
this?
exceeded the first wave peak by this time.
There's
Deaths.
a specialist.
So unfortunately, that's a very grim picture in terms of what this looks like in the absence of action and continued growth. Next slide, please.
Next one.
This is a complicated slide. It's from
Yeah, I can see it looks complicated.
The impact of this would be on
Whee.
NHS beds.
We wanna
So
hear
on the left-hand
Boris.
side is acute hospital beds, and on the right-hand side is ventilator beds. It's the same curve you've just seen. So the
You can get a man you just go,
on the left, and then the
whee.
projection on the right. So the projections that I've just shown you lead when the NHS do their bed calculations as peak usage being exceeded on the 20th of November.
England v beds. That'd be a good if became better. England v beds. England 5 v beds 12. England v all beds. Oh fucking hell. England 12. All beds 27.
All the things that nobody wants to postpone gets exceeded sometime later in December. And a similar picture is seen on ventilator beds, where the peak gets.
I think the beds are a good thing.
Reached at the towards the end of November.
Oh, Sanchez is fucking bored now with all this things, and we haven't heard of Boris. We've seen him, but there we go. Yeah, happy that when the barber's open, so I can have a shave. Unless Boris falls over. So now,
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Patrick, and thanks.
oh, there's Boris.
I'm
Yay!
afraid no responsible Prime Minister can ignore the message of those figures. And when I told you 2 weeks ago,
He's drinking fucking
pursuing
vodka.
a local and a regional
Boris is leading, he's pissed.
tackling this virus,
Look at his fucking hair.
I believe then, and I
Look at his
still
face,
believe
look how
actually
nasty
that
he
was
is. You'd know
the
he'd
right
be
thing
drinking.
to do.
What does your hair, Boris, before you come on?
Of these restrictions, the damage they do, the impact on jobs and on livelihoods and on people's mental health, and no one wants to be imposing these kinds of
No, my mate will fuck me.
anywhere. And we didn't want to be shutting businesses, pubs, restaurants in one part of the country where incidence was very low, when the vast bulk of the infections were taking place elsewhere. And our hope was that by strong local action, strong local leadership.
Thank you, Boris, for boring the shit out of me. So that's saying it's news breaking from Sanchez and my friend Boris. Goodbye.
The millions of people picking up